I wish to welcome you to the first episode of Ancient Wisdom. The wisdom of yesterday is timeless, as applicable to today's culture as it was 6,000 years ago. True wisdom always works, regardless of the time period. First of all, we must ask, what is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to use knowledge, experience, and judgment to make good decisions and live a godly life. It's more than just intelligence or cleverness. It's a moral quality as well. Why do I say it's also a moral quality? Let us suppose you decide that today you are going to rob a bank. You already know that robbing a bank is wrong. You know there may be consequences for attempting such a thing. You know your chances of getting away with it are slim to none. You know there's a high probability that you'll end up either dead or in prison. But in spite of that knowledge, you decide to take your chances. So in deciding to proceed with the robbery, do you believe that is acting in your best interest? Now, anyone with an ounce of common sense would say no, it is not. That is simply exercising wisdom. The ones, on the other hand, who decide to proceed are operating outside the realm of wisdom. They are operating outside the bounds of common sense. That is anti-wisdom, if you will. In early February, a sheriff's officer clocked a 2020 gray Kia sedan cruising at a brisk pace of 95 miles per hour on Interstate 10 through Florida's Panhandle. The two men in their mid-30s were driving back to Orlando. The vehicle was headed east towards the metropolitan areas of Orlando and Miami. This corridor is a major feeder for drug trafficking into the Sunshine State, so officers are constantly on the lookout for signs of smugglers. When the officers pulled the vehicle over, right in plain sight, they noticed two bags. Each Ziploc container was labeled, "Bag full of drugs." This sight, of course, prompted enough reasonable suspicion to warrant a search of the car and the bags. Inside, Santa Rosa County Sheriff officers found methamphetamine, GHB, cocaine, fentanyl, MDMA tablets, and various drug paraphernalia. Both the driver and passenger were booked into the Santa Rosa County Jail without bond. Later, the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office posted the following message to Facebook. Santa Rosa K9. Deputies recently assisted Florida Highway Patrol on a traffic stop on I-10, where a large amount of narcotics were discovered. Note to self: do not traffic your illegal narcotics in bags labeled "bag full of drugs." Our canines can read. Please understand that knowledge in and of itself is not wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to apply knowledge and experience in the most beneficial way for yourself. Obviously, these men did the exact opposite in not only failing to conceal the drugs, but to go the extra mile and even label what was in the bags. Not the brightest bulbs in the box, obviously. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you do not know how to apply that knowledge, it does absolutely no good to have it. I have heard many say that this current generation has lost the ability to think critically and reason logically. I do not believe that is true across the board, but it is true for a large segment of people. Think before acting. Weigh your options carefully before making decisions. Let true wisdom guide you. As we continue this series, we shall be looking at wisdom from many different angles. We are hoping this series will be beneficial to many people, especially those who are in the midst of making important decisions in their lives. May you be blessed as you continue throughout today.